So video number 4 here in course 165 is yet another short video, as all videos in chapter 1 are, except for the very first one. What I want to talk to you about is what I'm doing and following along with me. Okay, so here's the thing. I am using an operating system that may be different from yours. I'm using settings on my operating system that may be different from yours. My Visual Studio or my Management Studio may not look exactly like yours does. Okay? It's okay. That's really the whole point of this video. It's okay if mine looks a little bit different than yours. Okay? I can't go through and re-record every single video for every operating system. So when you're starting to follow along on your machine, recognize that, hey, Scott's looks different than mine. However, I'm on Windows 7. He's on, I think this is Windows Server 2008 R2, maybe is what this particular one is. I'm going to be showing you how to do it on Windows 7, maybe a Vista, but primarily, at least in the very beginning of the course, I'll be working in Windows Server 2008 R2. So if you're on Vista, if you're on Windows 7, it's going to look a little bit different. So when I go launch my Visual Studio, my buttons might not be as pretty as yours are because I don't have this particular theme installed or the arrow. I don't have arrow enabled on my particular machine. But it's okay. Okay? So don't worry about if you have a different edition of SQL Server. If I'm working with the standard edition and you're working with the enterprise edition, for example, don't worry about if I have Windows 2008 or you have Windows 7. In the end, the key things that you want to learn from this particular class is how analysis services works, how to do the various things about that particular track, okay, whether you're an architect or a user or an administrator, right? And I know that it seems somewhat pedantic to kind of go almost preach to you about this. It's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. But let me just tell you, from years of training in the classroom, my experience has been there's always a small percentage of people who get focused on the wrong things and it derails them throughout at least the very beginnings of a course. Like I have seen it too many times. Somebody focuses like I was teaching a query writing class not too long ago, and this particular person got so hung up. We were at the very beginning of the class. We were taking a look at some of the documentation for the where clause. This particular person got so hung up on learning the syntax of the where clause, the intricate syntax, not just the basics, that they were unable to finish the exercises for the first, I think it was like the first 2 or 3 exercises that we went through. They were going through and doing such a fine-tooth comb and being so myopic, being so, can't see the forest for the trees about this one little bitty thing. They were focused on the wrong thing. They didn't get the big picture. That's what you want out of a course like this. Great thing about video, you can watch it over and over again. So if you don't get it the first time, don't let frustration sink in. If my screen doesn't look the exact same as yours, just kind of let it flow, man. Try to find it on your machine. And if you can't find it the first time, go on. Try to find it again. Watch the video again. It'll be there. But don't let the difference between my screen and your screen cause difficulty.